So guys, the 2027 presidential election is on the way, and a number of Nigerians can't even wait for that 2027 general election and even other election that will happen in that 2027. Some states in this country actually conduct their governorship election. Some senatorial districts actually also conduct their election like that, and among several things that will happen, and most especially the one that all Nigerians is waiting for is the 2027 presidential election. Now, I don't think it's too early for some of us to begin to prepare for the kind of leaders we want. If we can remember, yes, several political parties, several politicians is actually putting all hands together to ensure that their party retain that power. Now, All Progressive Congress is trying everything possible to ensure that come 2027, they retain the power. People Democratic Party is trying everything possible to ensure that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is removed. A Labour Party is trying everything like that as well. And even Social Democratic Party, just to mention a few of some of those political parties that really want All Progressive Congress and Bola Ahmed to go out of power come 2027. Yes, we all know that come 2027, we're going to have a candidate that will be sworn in as the president, and several Nigerians can't wait for that. And I've actually made several plea in some of my videos that please start preparing for 2027 election. And how will you do that? Just ensure that when it is time for voters registration, for those of you that don't have voters card and you are eligible, go out there to get your voters card, and also try as much as possible to ensure that you have your voters card. And for those of you that have voters card and have not been voting, there is no how. I know that there are a lot of things in our mind. Probably you thought there's no need for me to vote because all the voting I've been voting all this while, it doesn't count. So they already know who will win the election. So why will I waste my vote? But trust the process. Let's just trust the process this time around, that our electoral process and our judicial process will actually work well this time around come 2027. Now, from the east to the west, to the south, to the north, to some regions in this country, there's been a particular man that actually contested in 2022 presidential election that a number of Nigerians out there is shouting the name of this person again. I know it's this person I'm talking about, not any other person than Mr. Godfrey Peter Obi, who actually contested under the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election, and who has actually showed interest in the 2027 election. Although he has made us understand that he's not desperate to be a president, but he just want Nigeria to work. And you understand? The young want Peter Obi, the old want Peter Obi, everybody want Peter Obi, and even to the opposition party, we have some of them that truly want Peter Obi to become president if they really want to be sincere with themselves. You understand? So now there was actually a question and answer session that's been organized, and some student, with Peter Obi was actually, engaging some question and answers together, which is what I want you to watch in this very video. A number of our leaders, former presidents, are not, they don't even hide from the fact that they want Peter Obi to be president. Someone like Olusegun Obasanjo has actually made us understand the reasons why Peter Obi needs to be president. And even though left out in this is former President Ebele Jonathan, who has several times told us what is actually going wrong in the country and how this can be fixed, from our electoral process to our judicial process, among several factors. You understand? So guys, let me just leave it to the rest of the video and every other thing that played out in this video. And as you're watching, please do not forget to share this very video, and also don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, Discovery Africa TV. We promise you that I'm going to be dropping several political videos on this particular YouTube channel, and several, interesting videos in respect to the upcoming 2027 presidential election. If you were to know the kind of leader we are to vote in power and come 2027, I think we need to check their track record, and I think we need to check how responsive they are when some things happen in this country. And in addition to that as well, we also need to check how innovative and how credible they are as a leader. So let me leave you to the rest of the video, guys, and everything that happened. This is Discovery Africa TV. An happy Sunday to everybody watching, and I wish you a blessed and a fulfilled and prosperous new week. Thank you, guys.
Your Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, the Governor of Bauchi State, permit me to stand on the existing protocol. My name is Ambassador Piegbe Emmanuel Webari. I am the African rep for the Trump Train Africa Initiative and the convener of the youth wing for the National Grand Coalition. My question is very, very practical, sir. It's directly to Peter Obi. Your Excellency, I am already seeing you as the next president of this country. And I want to take you back home to Ogoni land. And I want to ask you a few critical questions, sir. Number one, sir, the oil we produce in this country and we export it outside, why is it that our own product, we cannot place a price tag on it? Why is it that it is OPEC that should give us the price of oil that we produce? That's what will you do differently if you are seated as the president of this country? That's one, sir. Secondly,
okay, let's keep it to one question. So that otherwise, we will have 40 questions from one person. Your Excellency, I'd like to know, sir, if you want to answer individually, or do you want us to everybody ask? Okay. Please make your question one.
Thank you. Thank you for your protection, Your Excellency. Sorry, I'm the younger brother of Kensari Wiwa, and I'm very, very passionate about where I come from, sir. We have started the process of Ogoni cleanup, and there's a process that resumption of oil will go on in Ogoni land. So if you are seated as a president tomorrow, what will you do differently to uplift the lives of the Ogoni people, sir? Thank you.
Your Excellency, would you like to answer immediately? Well, there's a mic beside you, Your Excellency. Yeah.
I thought this Ogoniman, I thought this one would have gone to my sister, who is the expert. But let me tell you, and I say this and I want everybody to take note of it. Nigeria as a country have been very unfair to the people of Niger Delta. Very, very unfair. I've been to all over so many places in the world that produce soil. If Niger Delta have been able to feed and support Nigeria for years without anything showing for their own assets, it should have been a place of reference. It is the same oil that you see in Texas that makes it the third biggest economy in terms of states in America, and the facilities around there are first class. There's no reason why, I said it repeatedly, today we are talking on all construction of every road when we have been building East-West Road for almost 20 years. That is nonsense. It's totally unacceptable. And oil today is a diminishing asset. And you're talking about cleanup of Ogoni land and everything so they can have their land back, have their life back. It is a priority for Nigeria. It is a priority for Nigeria. And I can tell you, where do you start? You can't even drive today from Calabar to Uyo. You can't go from Uyo to Port Harcourt. You can't drive from Benin to Warri. It's all a mess. It is very unfair. So there's a lot, and I assure you, not just for Ogoni, but the entire Niger Delta, we must do something very quickly. We must make sure that the cleanup and everything, they are protected, they are supported, and everything. You can say today, they are benefiting more in health, they are benefiting more in education, anything for what they've done. Let me assure you, in trying to turn around Nigeria, you must take particular interest in the contribution of every sector. And I believe that every part of Nigeria have a potential to contribute and be protected. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for that answer. Auntie?
I know you're talking about pricing. I don't want to do so many comments about pricing. We are members of OPEC. We can associate ourselves in it. We can subject ourselves to that pricing model. What is more important is the one who sold, what did we use the money to do? Because even the money we didn't see for the one that was sold. What did we use it? If we have been investing, using the same price, selling and saving it, investing it properly, we'll still make the same impact and remain close. Other countries, whether it's Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, they're members of OPEC. When you go there, you see what they use the proceeds to do.
All right, thank you. Auntie, do you want to add something since you are the champion of the environment, so that we don't waste time going around the hall? If I may please ask you, when it's your turn, you come a little bit closer to the stand. Number 2, please. And number 3, follow suit, please. Just be around. Thank you. Yes, so number 2, number 3, just stay close by. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My one and only, should I say, President Peter Obi, truly I'm honored to see you today. The joy had to make me step out this afternoon to make these statements. Please, my question this afternoon is, I want to know the party you belong to, because as it is, I personally voted for you. I worked so hard towards the Labour Party, and as it is today, there is a new party up that I moved into, and that new party, I was a kind of sharing the flyer, telling them how kind you are, that you are coming out for the next presidential election, that people should vote for you. But the masses out there, like the Okada riders, yes, the Okada riders want her to challenge me. He asked me, what do you really want? This man you're trying to connect to us now, is he really ready to rule Nigeria? Is he really not following? Is he not the same person following the Aero 5 we all know about?
Okay, so
you know.
Question directly.
My question now is, which party are you running under?
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, sir. Okay, all right, so he will answer that one altogether. Next question.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Your Excellency. I want to ask in concise, which country do you think Nigeria can model to become a similar global superpower, like economic? Which country do you feel Nigeria can model to become a global economic power, and why do you think they fit into such position? Yes, that's it.
All right, thank you so much. The next person, please let the number 5 prepare. Number 4.
I am number 4. Good afternoon, Your Excellency, Mr. President. I am Umar Farouk. I am just a young Nigerian who is optimistic that I'll wake up one day to see I am living, or my younger ones will live in the Nigeria I dream of. Your Excellency, I am honored to be here, and there are so many things from your speech that pinched me hard. And those things are Currently in the world, we are in an era where a desert can be turned into an oasis. Tesla is competing with BYD, but Nigeria, we are still living relatively in an archaic time. My question is, Your Excellency, I'll go to it. What will you do differently, sir, with regards to true national reconciliation? What I mean by true national reconciliation is being our brothers' keepers. As our mother mentioned here, that we are not standing in brotherhood. I think I can say a lot, but this should be my question.
All right, take a deep breath. Okay, please, let's make our question direct. His Excellency is trying to write so that he can answer at the same time to save us time. So let's go straight to the point. Ask the question, please.
Your Excellency, sir, good afternoon. Let me just stand on the existing protocol. My name is Lady Cecilia Ajabison. Sir, I just want to ask that, what are we going to do differently? Because I know 2023 elections, Nigerians came out to work, we voted, we protected our votes. Some of us to the local government collation center, some of us, but we were not allowed to enter inside because we were not given party tag to enter inside and see what they are filling in, or the stamp they are using, or the result sheet they are cutting. So what will you do differently moving into 2027 to put in structures that will monitor these elections, not only from the polling units to the collation centers, both the unit collation centers, the ward collation centers, local government, state, and the national, because our results were truncated in the process of moving the results to the various collation centers. My question is, what will His Excellency do differently to protect this, our result? Thank you.
All right, so we want to reaffirm, please, if you don't keep it straight to the question, we'll turn off your mic. Please make it simple. He is not a machine, he's a human being. So, sir, straight, in fact, I'm going to be holding the microphone. All right.
Your Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, my name is Moses Sigiri, and my question is, you know, this is a new coalition movement, and in this coalition, we were told a new Nigeria, and the new Nigeria, how do we going to secure our vote in terms of, after we know too well that last year, yes, secure our vote.
Okay, thank you. Your Excellency, this is pretty much like the last question. So would you like to answer so far, sir? Yes, sir. Your microphone, sir. Your microphone is next to you, sir. Thank you.
Well, you know, I want you to know that we are 4 members in this panel. Somebody asked, which party do I belong to? And I answer you where I am today. I still remain very faithful member of Labour Party. But let me tell you, 2027 election, and I say categorically, will not be run on parties. It will be run on persons. We are not going to be blinded in voting anybody because you belong to one popular party or you share money. I've always said people, inform people, 2027 election will be Nigerians versus those in government. They've gotten away, we the politicians, they have gotten away with murder. It is time for you. That's why I said scrutinize the person. Scrutinize the person. Don't listen to his English. Don't listen to his certificate. Don't listen to a qualification. Educational qualification is not a measure of integrity. People are stealing our money. We don't want to separate those. We want to know those who have created wealth. They can manage wealth. So if they say it's the Professor Denta, let's ask his background. He's no longer professor because we've seen professors here steal. We've seen professors do wrong things. So now, remove title, remove everything. Let's know who the person is. It is very important. Model of a country. Very good question. If I have the opportunity, where is the young man who asked that question? I tell you, there's a book I would recommend for you, Growing Apart. It is a book by famous Professor Lewis comparing Nigeria and Indonesia. I spent 1 week of this year in Indonesia. Indonesia is the country with the highest number of Muslims in one country. Indonesia. And they have a similar population like ours. They are about 280 million, and we are about 230 million. So you could see the similarity. This year, I traveled to Indonesia, and I traveled with 2 northerners, purposely. After 1 week of staying there, meeting from Minister of Education, Minister of Planning, Minister of Small Businesses, Minister of Health, Vice President, and the most famous president of the country, Joe Widodo, asked them one question. Did you see any almajiri here? We didn't see one. We didn't see one person begging for money or handout. So what is the difference between us and them? And everything is a Muslim, 90% Muslim country. If you Google it, to even tell you that they don't bother about religion, the Pope visited there last October, and they granted public holidays throughout his visit. And the president was there to receive him. And he's not a Muslim. The president, when I met the church, he said it's one of his happiest moments that the Pope visited them. But what do they do? If you go into that country, you can go and check it. In 1990, they were about low, medium, in what you measure development, HDI, Human Development Index. We were about the same thing. Their per capita, which is what you measure wealth with, was 558, or call it 560, and we were 556. So you could see where we started this journey. Today, they are high in Human Development Index. We are still low. We are the same par. Today, their per capita is 5,000 plus. Ours is $835. So we are not 1/5 of what we are. That's why they wrote that book, Growing Apart. What did they do? They invested in critical area of development. They invested in education. They invested in health. They invested in pulling people out of poverty. So if you go to the industry, one of the best insurance scheme in the world, where over 95% is covered by insurance. The rich, if you're sick, you are cured. The small, if you're sick, you're cured. Nigeria have less than 5% insurance coverage. If anything happens to you now here, they drop you in the next hospital, the doctor will say, pay before service. If you don't pay, you just leave you there to die. So that's why I went there to study. You must model yourself after something. We, the politicians, have taken this country for granted. And the earlier you do what I said before, anybody who comes to say, vote for me, scrutinize where he's coming from.
A round of applause, please.
What will you do differently for peace? There's a lot to do differently. If you decide to serve a state and govern with justice, with fairness, with rule of law, doing the right thing, making sure that what I said before, the Niger Delta people, that we look at what is happening to them, like my sister said, if we are talking about their cleanup, let's be sincere. Do it. The contract to do it should go to the people there. If we're talking about Niger Delta, the headquarters should not even be in Abuja. The contract should not be shared among senators. It should be in that zone. Everything they are doing and those being awarded contracts should come from that zone. So we can hold them responsible. One of the things that I did as governor, when we couldn't find people to teach in rural areas, when we are talking about local contractors, to say, you are from this local government, I'm going to give you this road in your town to construct, so that people in your town will be seeing it. When they ask me, hey, this road was not working, I said, now your brother consultant. We gave him contract and we paid him.